Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed last week's video of our tiny house. Now let us show us our van.
So this is actually our second tiny home. In summer we live in the tiny house, and in winter we always try to avoid the cold Dutch winters, and we travel around in our self-converted Sprinter van. This is our sink, and we have our water hose, which we can also pull out. And we often use it when we finish a surf session. We can have a cold shower and rinse off the sand and the salt from our wetsuit and our feet. Over here we can fill our diesel tank. This is the diesel tank for the heater. And here you have the warm air coming out. So if you're having cold feet after a long surf session, or if you just came out of the snow, this is the place where you can take off your boots and feel your feet coming back to life. Right here we can control the temperature of the heater. And so most of the times when we are camping in the snow, we put it on in the evening, and then before we go to sleep we turn it off. And when we wake up in the morning we have a remote control, which we can use to put it on in the morning, so we don't have to get out of bed. We can put up an extra countertop, and this way we have this whole area that we can use for cooking. These cabinets over here we use for to store food, mostly like canned food and stuff that's okay if it gets warm. Here we have another cabinet which has a lot of space. We chose to have a large kitchen with 3 burner gas stoves, and this is one from a normal house because the campervan stoves are often very small, and we want to cook with at least 2 normal pans, which is not possible with the campervan stove. So we changed the nozzles from a normal house so we can use it on propane. And right here you see our little gas oven, which we often use to make fresh croissants in the morning. And it's very luxurious because you can also make lasagna or pizza when you're traveling around. Right here we have really large cabinets as well. We store all of our food here, and this is where we put our pots and pans. And of course one for all the cutlery. This part actually it looks like a cabinet, but you cannot really open it from this side because that's where our surfboards go in, and we can put them in from the back. So from this side it's actually nothing. Right here we have our toilet. It's a porta potty. And here we have some space for the garbage bag. If you're done cooking, we can put this one down. Right here we have a big cabinet where we normally put our kites. And right here is our gas tank and our water pump. And here we can switch off and on the gas stove and the gas oven. When traveling together for a long time, it's nice to have 2 separate areas. So if one person is watching a series and the other one is working behind the laptop, we can kind of have our own room here. So here we have a large dometic window. But the nice thing about these camper windows is they don't produce condensation when you're sleeping. And you can open them also when it rains. So that's a nice part. We have a mosquito net. And we can close it all the way. For this van we used a lot of Western red cedar, and we used it for the ceiling and the walls, and also for these parts over here. And the leftovers we used for all the cabinets, the fronts of the cabinets. And the good thing about red cedar is that it's very lightweight, so this makes it perfectly suitable for building in a van.
And then the countertops are made from oak, and most of the cabinets are made from poplar tree, which is also quite lightweight. Then over here we have a skateboard holder, since we both skateboard. And here are all the switches. It controls all the lights, LED lights in the van. We have 4 spotlights in the ceiling. We can control individually. Then there's a main switch for the inverter, power inverter, water pump and LED bar on top of the van.
So we thought it would be a bit of a waste to have a fixed bed. So we wanted to have the sitting area here. So right now it's like a single couch. So this way we have a lot of space here if you want to put in extra bike or something else. This is the way to go. And this way we can relax with the 2 of us, or we can have some friends over and we can sit and chill with 4 or 5 people. This is a fold-down table. And as you can see, it's quite spacious for a camper van table. We can have dinner with some friends, or we can play a board game here. And also we open up to this cabinet where we store our curtains for the back windows, our towels and some stuff for the bed. And also we have a power socket here. So if you want to work here with your laptop, it has enough space to work with the 2 of us. If you want to go to sleep, we build up the bed. This goes quite smoothly. So we put in these pins to fix it. And we make the bed.
Okay, so we here have our electronics behind this cabinet. So as you can see, there's a very big battery, 220 amp hour, and there's our Victron MPPT for the solar panel, and as well our DC charger to charge the battery while we're driving. This is where we can store all our surfboards. It houses up to 2 longboards in the top and around 5-6 shortboards in the bottom. And we also have our kiteboard and snowboards in between.
And we can also reach it from this side. So we put some extra wetsuits in between the boards and other stuff. We can open these 2 cabinets.
Here we have another sliding hatch where we can put our tools. Now it's just a bit of wax, but very nice, easy to access. Here we decided to add another USB charging port. So you can charge your phones, and there's space to put your phone in. And we have some more storage space over here. These small pouches where you can store all sorts of stuff.
So we covered all the leftover steel parts with felt to avoid any condensation on the doors. This way when you're sleeping you don't wake up with a wet pillow. And these curtains are insulated curtains. So this way also the glass windows are not really condensating anymore. I made all the curtains and all the fabrics myself. Also the curtain in the front. Everything is like matching textile.
Here we have a ladder to access the roof rack, and on this side we have a bike rack to bring 2 bikes on our trip. On our roof rack we mounted 2 180 watt panels, solar panels, to charge our batteries, and there's the sky roof. And as you can see, there's still plenty of space on the roof rack to mount additional surfboards or put a cargo box for more storage. For our water system we have a 60-liter freshwater tank underneath the car, which makes it possible to store more stuff inside the van.
So this is actually the second van we built for ourselves, and we enjoyed it so much that we decided to start a company, and we want to build custom vans for other people as well. So we're going to sell this one and start with a new project.
If you want to know more about our van builds and our van life adventures, you can check us out at Campervans on Instagram.